Violent crime has gone up drastically over the past 20 to 30 years, which, with just watching CNN and all the mainstream media, they will lead you to believe that. But in fact, according to FBI.gov, the violent crime in the United States has gone down 50% since 1991. When I used to live in apartments on the east side of El Paso, there was a 18-year-old kid shot right outside my apartment door. He was shot by 17 and 18-year-old kids, which are too young to legally obtain a pistol, and he was shot from a pistol. So today I will talk about two main reasons why I believe gun control and stricter gun laws do not attribute to less gun violence and murders and violent crime. First, I want to talk about how violent crime has gone down 20 to 30, or has gone down 50% over the past 20 to 30 years. Then I will discuss how we compare to the rest of the world, like Mexico, the UK. Our violent crime is half of what it was 20 years ago. FBI.gov, if you look at violent crime by population, you will see that in cities with 250,000 people or more, the violent crime and murder rate is double that of the national average. So what does that tell you? The majority of the violent crime in the United States comes from the most populous cities, which most of those have the strictest gun laws, like Chicago, LA, where you cannot buy weapons, or New York City. And then out of the murders by firearms, only 3.5% are done by a rifle, which the AK-47 and the AR-15 are just subsets of that category. The problem that I see is not stricter gun laws or too lax gun laws. The problem is there's too much inner city violence, and they need to look at the education system, the poverty level, and all of that to better help our country. Another strong misconception is Americans are more violent than the British in other countries. But according to the Home Office, which is the British version of the FBI, they had 1,300 violent crimes out of 100,000, which is 3.5 times that of what the FBI reports for us. However, their murder rate is a little bit lower than ours. When you're watching the news, you will hear reporters reporting on the El Paso shooting or Dayton shooting, saying that these kinds of mass murders do not happen in other countries, which I have seen to be false. Just for one example, say guns were banned, but like in China, 2014, there was a mass stabbing in a subway station conducted by two people, and it ended up killing 30 people and wounding another 130 people. And then we just look to our southern border in Mexico, right here in El Paso. Guns have been banned in Mexico, but who are the people with the guns? They are the bad guys, the cartel. The murder rate is 2 to 3 times higher in Mexico than it is in the U.S., depending on what year you look at the rates, because it goes up and down based on the drug wars going on in that country. And that is based on the National Master, which is a website used to compare countries, like their stats. To me, the best way to prevent these mass killings and just to make the country safer in general is to come out with a nationwide concealed carry permit and make it pretty hard to get. Make it where you have to go through classes and sends up background checks and stuff like that, to where you obtain this permit and you can carry anywhere in the country, and that will at least deter people from doing these mass shootings. Now you know some of the main benefits of less gun control and why stricter gun laws do not work. I hope I've persuaded you to make an educated decision on gun rights and laws. In my introduction, I stated that violent crime has gone up drastically over the past 20 years, which now you see that is not the case. People have this viewpoint because mainly the mainstream media puts it out, and you hear all the politicians on TV talking, but they really don't have any facts to back it up. Thank you.